Hey everyone, this is June from Turning Point to Life Investment, and this is your market analysis for June 11th, 2011. Okay, so last week I mentioned that the market was ready to be shorted, and I hope you guys got in on some short positions because the market was just about ready to break down last week, and we got that breakdown this week, especially breaking underneath that 130 level. A lot of people were expecting some kind of oversold bounce, especially since given the market had 6 consecutive down days. Granted, we did get some kind of a bounce on Thursday, but there's really no follow through, and that's something to keep in mind. Is when you hear a lot of people say that the market's due for a rebound or it's very oversold, it's due for a bounce. It tends not to follow through all that great. Okay, as apparent with Friday's sell-off. Now, eventually, we will get some kind of a bounce because not everything goes straight down and not everything goes straight up forever. So eventually, we will get that oversold bounce, but it's just a matter of when. We kind of had a clue, or almost did get that oversold bounce on Friday's close, near Friday's afternoon, but the market kind of sold off into that rebound right here. So, that kind of squashed the hopes of an afternoon rally. But nonetheless, if you look at the daily stochastic, it's starting to get that into that oversold territory. So, and then if we look at the hourly divergence, MACD, you can see some pretty big divergence going on here with the hourly MACD. So overall, as I mentioned, we could see some kind of oversold bounce. As a matter of when, I don't really know. Okay, but don't underestimate the downside of the market, the power of the downside. Even though it looks oversold, it can continue lower. Okay, so don't expect a bounce, especially when everyone else expects it to. Now, let me go into the VIX real fast here. What's interesting about the VIX is usually when the market drops, you'll see that rise in the VIX, just like we had here before when we had that big old drop. But recently, the VIX just hasn't really done anything, and that's kind of surprising to me. Almost diverging in some sense, where the market goes down, but the VIX stays flat. Now, either A, it's setting up for some major downside that's about to happen because it almost looks like it's setting up for a bullish breakout on the VIX. So a bullish breakout will basically equate to a huge downside in the market. Or it can basically mean that there's too much divergence going on and the market will probably rebound, bring this VIX back down here. So either way, I'm watching the VIX to kind of give me a clue. If it can get above 20, then that means there's definitely more selling coming in because now that fear is creeping back into the market. Right now, there's no fear, there's no panic, even though the market is heading lower.